Donald Trump doesn't give a damn about America. While most elected officials know to keep holiday greetings short and stick to the point with a simple Merry Christmas message, former President Donald J. Trump has once again proven that he is not a seasoned politician. As the only person elected with absolutely no military or government experience, Trump actually resonated with voters because he wasn't another career lawmaker. Many even liked his penchant for going off script and ad-libbing his way through speeches. It gave the air of authenticity. Even before he ran for president, Trump had become somewhat obsessed with his ability to broadcast every thought, however insignificant or relevant, to the masses via social media. Much like a narcissistic celebrity, and let's face it, Trump very much was in that camp before he launched his bid for the White House, he often tweeted before he thought. This was certainly the case on Christmas Day. There was no simple Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Season's Greetings, or even Peace on Earth from Donald Trump. Instead, the message he shared on social media stated, "The USA is dying from within." Even on Christmas Day, when families get together and we hope there is goodwill to all, Trump proved to be a divider. President Joe Biden has failed to be a unifier as well. He may have called for unity in his Christmas address, but it rang hollow after months of calling out those who don't support his agenda. Trump, on the other hand, has simply chosen to adopt a divide and conquer strategy in his bid to win back the White House. On this very cold but beautiful Christmas Day, his message on his Truth Social platform began, and it almost could seem to be on the right track. It could have said something like, "We need to come together," or "put our differences aside." Instead, in classic Trump, it continued, "Look at our nation now, on the southern border, compared to only a short time ago during the Trump administration. We had the most secure border in our history versus the horror show that is happening now, with record-setting numbers of people, many of them hardened criminals, including killers, human traffickers, and drug dealers, pouring into our country at a rate the likes of which we have never seen before. The USA is dying from within." Now, it should be noted that Trump posted this harsh take just before 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Christmas morning. One might ask, did he write this draft while youngest son Barron was opening his presents with former First Lady Melania Trump? Was she forced to plead, "Don, please come spend some time with your family. You can rile up your supporters later"? And we said no phones at the Christmas tree. As Politico reported, the tone of Trump's holiday message differed greatly from those of his predecessor and his successor. Former President Barack Obama offered a message of hope. "Merry Christmas, everybody. One of the best parts of the holiday season is getting to spend time with the special people in our lives." Trump instead spent time on Christmas morning on social media like an angry teenager. President Joe Biden also kept it simple. "Jill and I wish you a very Merry Christmas. We hope you and your loved ones are surrounded by love, happiness, and cheer this holiday season." Trump was likely already having what could be described as a bad holiday, as the January 6th committee final report was released on Friday. The committee determined in its report that the central cause of January 6th was one man, former President Donald Trump, who many others followed. None of the events of January 6th would have happened without him. Trump responded via Truth Social, "The highly partisan Unselect Committee report purposely fails to mention the failure of Pelosi to heed my recommendation for troops to be used in D.C. Show the peacefully and patriotically words I used, or study the reason for the protest. Election fraud. Witch hunt." It is easy to see why Harvard law professor Lawrence Tribe said on Christmas Day that Trump should plead insanity if he is actually indicted for the events surrounding the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. If this is the defense at Trump's forthcoming trial, I don't envy the lawyers who agree to represent him. There'd better be psychiatrists expert at reflexive projection, capable of getting their client to plead insanity, Tribe said via a tweet. It was just weeks ago that Trump essentially called for the termination of the Constitution, to overturn the 2020 election, and to reinstate him to power. In another post to his platform last week, Trump tried to warn, "They're going after me because they're really going after you." It should be clear to anyone at this point that it isn't about saving America or making it great again. The reason for Trump's responses is that he cares about securing his legacy. He can't accept that he lost the 2020 election and now appears ready to destroy America in retribution. If he can't run the show, no one else should either.